The Miami Dolphins head out of the bye week currently in wild card position as they head into the AFC East matchup with the New York Jets. Plus, the Miami Heat season gets underway. Let's raise that banner. I am Daniel Spidey Rivera here at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and let's go in the bleachers. In the Bleachers, presented by 247miami.tv. I am Daniel Spidey Rivera. As you can see, we are at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. The Miami Hurricanes did lose to the Florida State Seminoles 33-20 this past Saturday. They are on a bye week. So this edition, all about the Dolphins coming out of their bye week against the New York Jets in a good AFC East matchup. Plus, the Miami Heat season getting underway as they go for their second consecutive championship. The Miami Dolphins are heading into New York to face a Jets team who has lost 3 out of their past 4. Now they're trying to do something that they haven't done in 5 years, and that's sweep the Miami Dolphins. First time Rex Ryan would have ever done that, as we go a little bit more inside this game. Now, I highlighted a couple of ranks right here. You can see that the Jets are 28th in passing yards, actually 21st overall on offense, 30th in rushing allowed. They're 24th in overall defense. Now, again, I highlighted those because the Dolphins are actually 11th in rushing, just a hair under 120 yards a game, and the Dolphins don't necessarily do that well in passing yards allowed. So kind of a back and forth thing going on with the Jets and the Dolphins. So you look at what the Jets have been doing at the quarterback position. Mark Sanchez, 1,400 yards, 9 touches, 7 interceptions. Sean Green, 124 rushes for 432 yards and 5 touches. Keep in mind, though, that if you take away the Indy game, where he had 32 carries and 161 yards, he's only averaging 2.95 yards a carry, 271 yards on 92 carries. Now, something to look at in this game is the fact that the Miami Dolphins defense has been pretty pronounced. They've given up just 27 points in their back-to-back wins. Reggie Bush has been struggling just a little bit. He's only averaged 2.8 yards a carry in his last 3 games, but he seems to do pretty damn well against the Jets. His career average against them is 6.5 yards a carry. Judging from this, the way the Jets have been struggling lately, and also the way the Miami Dolphins have been producing lately, I think Tannehill has a solid game on the road. I think they get back to the rushing game with Bush. The defense will be solid. They don't need to load up against the run because the Jets really can't run. So all in all, it's going to be a close affair, a little bit of a low-scoring game, but the Dolphins will win this game. And what will the score be? Well, see it right here. 20-16, Dolphins over the Jets. Well, the Miami Heat season finally gets underway as they go for a second consecutive championship. But we can't forget what they did last year. You got to remember, it was a shortened 66-game season as Miami won 46-20. Obviously, they went into the playoffs and they just dominated thanks to LeBron James. LeBron James was just incredible. MVP season, MVP finals. I got the numbers for you right there. He actually did so much better in the playoffs, just ridiculous numbers. 30 points, almost 10 rebounds, 5.5 assists per game. That was in the playoffs. Unbelievable what he did. But I also highlighted a couple things which really set apart this Heat team from others. They were 7th in points, 98.5 points per game. But take a look at this. 4th in the league in points allowed at 92.5. They were a ferocious defensive team. Now this year should be more of the same. Miami Heat, strong athletic team, should rely on their defense and also their key additions, Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis. Now, Rashard Lewis only had 28 games for the Wizards last year. He was hampered by some injuries, but he is a career 38% shooter from the three-point line. Now, we all know Ray Allen. Ray Allen, NBA's all-time leader in three-point makes. He actually shot 45% from beyond the arc last year. That was a career high for him, and he shoots 40% for his career. So for anybody who was saying that he's a little bit too old, can't do it again, he's going to have a nice little home in Miami. But as far as my predictions for this season, I have Miami Heat over the Boston Celtics in the East. There's not much competition. You can look at the Knicks, maybe the Nets with their additions, and even the 76ers with an Andrew Bynum. But I think it's going to come down to the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. Heat over the Celtics in the East. In the West, I like the Thunder over the Lakers. Kind of a rock, paper, scissors thing when it comes to the Heat, Thunder, and Lakers. I think the Thunder have the guys to defeat the Lakers. The Lakers have the size and the point guard play to defeat the Heat. And also the Heat has more athleticism than the Thunder to take them out. So, having said that, in the finals, the Heat over the Thunder in 6 games. I picked them to beat the Thunder in 6 games last year. Worked out pretty well. Why not do it again? Heat over the Thunder in 6 games. Now, I want to take a look at the strengths and weaknesses from this team. As you can see, defense, athleticism, positionless, what Eric Spoelstra just said a few days ago, meaning that he can rotate a lot of guys around, he can create a lot of matchup problems, which can wreak havoc on the defense. And I want to highlight some of the weaknesses, the size, the point play, and especially the depth. Now, a lot of people are saying, when it comes to depth, what are you talking about? We have a Mike Miller, we have a James Jones, Rashard Lewis, Ray Allen. We have plenty of guys. Yeah, you have a lot of wing players, a lot of guys who can shoot. Not a lot of depth at the center position and the point guard play. You're only 1 or 2 deep at best. That's something that's going to be a little bit troublesome for certain teams. Not really in the regular season, but it could pose a big threat in the playoffs. But not much of a threat, as you can see, as I picked your Miami Heat to repeat as NBA champions over the Thunder in 6 games. Buckets. That's going to do it for this edition of In the Bleachers, presented by 247Miami.tv. I am Daniel Spidey Rivera. Remember, you can check us out at our Facebook page. You see it on your screen. Like and share, please. I want to thank the Connecticut School of Broadcasting for housing this little episode. And until next time, enjoy the games. Have a great week. Happy Halloween, and stay true.